My swimming lessons, of all things, brought me face to face with a concept called triple peak in hybrid. I live in a part of the world where early morning and late evening swims without a heated pool is a little hard. You know what I mean? So I solved that problem by taking a break during the day for a quick swim and then getting back to work after that. Surprisingly, according to a research published by Microsoft in 2022, many people found late evening a good time to work too in hybrid and remote. How did Microsoft find this out? They analyzed the amount of emails sent, meetings set up, calls, messages at the workplace through the day. And here is what they found. Typically, when all of us worked in an office and had a commute to deal with, maximum number of emails, meetings, calls happened in two bursts between 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 2 to 3 p.m. But when employees worked in a hybrid mode, there was another peak of activity, a third peak, which happened during 7 to 8 p.m. Microsoft aptly named it the triple peak phenomena. Triple peak was starting to make sense to me after my own swimming classes experience. But it was also raising a number of questions for me. Why were people triple peaking in hybrid? Was it because of flexibility, like me? They could take a break for exercise, errands, childcare, or anything else? Were employees trying to find a quiet, uninterrupted time to get work done and hence logging in late evening? Or was it because the boss sends emails during that time, the peers are online, and then the expectation is that they stay online too? Or was it because hybrid work had a lack of a rigid structure to the day? They found that they had squandered or wasted the day and had much to catch up on during the end of the day. So one part of it is why are employees triple peaking in hybrid? And the second part of it is the impact of triple peaking on the employees. What about the psychological impact of the feeling of always being connected to work? What does it do to employees? What about rest and rejuvenation? How do they recharge themselves for work the next day? And if the same employee is triple peaking consistently over many days, shouldn't leaders be worried about a burnout? Work hours itself have increased during the pandemic, and research is indicating that a triple peak phenomena will also continue in hybrid work. Now, if those are the scenarios for the future, how can we manage the triple peak phenomena better for ourselves and our teams? Here are 3 ideas for you to consider, build on, and try with your teams. The first idea is autonomy. Allow employees and teams to choose where and when work gets done, as long as work gets done. Make sure employees and team members are setting clear expectations about when they're available and that they're not obligated to stay online because the boss or the peers are. Second, if you are somebody who gets a third burst of energy during the later part of the evening, one strategy to ensure that your productiveness does not inconvenience the others is to pick asynchronous tasks during that time. Tasks that don't need everybody else to stay online. And if you find yourself sending emails and messages at that time, especially if you're the boss, one strategy is to add a disclaimer at the start of the email. This does not need to be responded to till the next day. And a third idea for you to consider is to create the space and time for high quality leisure in your lives. It is counterintuitive, but research has found that energy intensive activities like painting, gardening, exercise, instead of tiring us out further, create far more rest and recharge than when we sit down and doom scroll a feed. We hope these ideas were useful. The links for the Microsoft research, the research and rest, and a number of other resources are available in the Hybrid Owl. The link is in the comment section. Please do access it. And one more thing. Check your days in hybrid work. How many peaks of work are you hitting? We'd love to hear. Thank you.